Crazy day. ARK Invest posts their SpaceX valuation model. Spoiler alert, 2030 valuation, $2.5 trillion enterprise value. But that's not where the story ends. It's just where it begins. P.S. Let me know if you guys would like to see a deep dive on the ARK SpaceX valuation in a future video. Cathie Wood shares this. Blah, blah, SpaceX valuation model. Cool story, Cathie. Elon Musk replies, a major additional factor should be considered. And folks, make sure you're sitting down for this. I'm serious, by the way. Are you ready? Satellites with localized AI compute, where just the results are beamed back from low latency, sun synchronous orbit, will be the lowest cost way to generate AI bit streams in less than 3 years. And by far the fastest way to scale within 4 years, because easy sources of electrical power are already hard to find on Earth. Now, by the way, I'll translate some of the nerdy jargon and dumb it down a little bit. He's talking about launching a fuck ton of satellites, solar-powered satellites, free energy from the sun, all day, every day. Sun synchronous, as in 24 hours a day, free sun, free energy, to do AI compute. If you thought Starlink was insane, this is a whole other fucking level. Importantly, he believes within 3 to 4 years, this is going to be the fastest way to scale AI compute. Why? Because of the energy bottlenecks on Earth. Now, from a SpaceX valuation point of view, if you can launch mass to orbit more affordably than anyone else, spoiler alert, they can. It's not even close. And the AI revolution is underway. And within 4 years, it's going to be the fastest way to scale AI compute. The value of SpaceX as a company is about to go vertical and end up in another freaking solar system. 1 megaton a year of satellites. Bro, we'll get to this in a moment too. With 100 kilowatt per satellite yields 100 gigawatts of AI added per year, with no operating or maintenance cost, connecting via high bandwidth lasers to the Starlink constellation. He ain't done, bro. The level beyond that is constructing satellite factories on the moon and using a mass driver, an electromagnetic railgun, to accelerate AI satellites to lunar escape velocity without the need for rockets. Oh my God, I'm laughing because this motherfucker is the biggest thinker, not even just on Earth, but in our solar system, easily. He's not kidding, by the way. So again, to translate this, he's talking about longer term, having factories on the moon to build satellites, and then without the need for engines on the satellites, without the need for a rocket to launch the satellites, to simply shoot a gigantic railgun at the satellites toward the sun. Bro, this motherfucker. He continues, that scales to greater than 100 terawatts per year of AI and enables non-trivial progress toward becoming a Kardashev to civilization. This is straight up the most insane thing I've ever heard Elon Musk say. And not insane because it's impossible or unlikely, but just the scale of this. Holy fuck. Which is incidentally exactly what Cathie Wood said after... I'm just kidding, by the way. I edited this. She did reply, though. Let's refresh and see what she actually said. Wow. With double exclamation mark emojis. And I think that sums it up nicely. Dude. Brett Winton replied to Musk's comments, yes, we plan to update this work. Presumably SpaceX would own and operate the computer array, blah, blah, blah. Tesla as a probable chip supplier. Musk responds to this too. Once there are lunar factories, robots, and mass drivers on the moon, such that the entire loop is closed, the system probably decouples from conventional currencies and operates autonomously in watts and tonnage. Wow, indeed. And now in totally unrelated matters, because it's not like the guy who has a multi-decade track record of making audacious plans, saying them out loud, here's our goals, that's ridiculous, he'll never, what the fuck bro, this guy's high, what is he smoking? It's not like this guy with the track record and the credibility of doing absurd, large-scale, impossible things over multiple decades would ever be able to repeat that feat again. So here's a project that's obviously never going to happen, and even if it does, it's obviously going to be extremely small scale. And of course, it won't print billions and billions and billions of dollars of profits. So, big news overnight via Soy Merit. Tesla's Robotaxi app is now available to download in Australia for all iOS users. Now, I don't want to spoil this story, but the only reason that Tesla makes this app available for users is because they intend on launching their Robotaxi service in that country relatively soon. Can confirm, I downloaded the app instantly. A few people requesting some content from Tesla Robotaxi service when it launches in Australia. I'll happily oblige. But this isn't the end of the story. The Tesla Robotaxi app is now available for all iOS users to download in the following countries/regions. Motherfuckers. Japan, Thailand, Hong Kong, South Korea, Australia, Taiwan, Macau, New Zealand, Mexico, the US, and Canada. Tesla is laying the groundwork for mass scale of a global robotaxi service in key markets where consumers can afford to spend a few dollars per mile on transport as a service. That's not where it ends, but that is where it starts. I want to underscore the fact that this app is now available in all of these areas across the globe indicates that Tesla intends on massively scaling their fleet of robotaxis across the globe sooner than most people expect. Don't say I didn't warn you. I'd also just like to suggest to Tesla that once the robotaxi service has launched in clearly the most important city in Australia, which would be Sydney. By the way, the only people who get mad at that is residents in Melbourne. But I'd just like to propose, after the initial small-scale launch, what a sort of interim service area before the entire city is covered might include. And that, of course, would be the inner west, the eastern suburbs, the CBD, plus the North Shore, as shown below in this post. Now, just in case anybody thinks I'm trolling here, I would never do such a thing. But actually, this is a very serious proposal. This actually makes a hell of a lot of sense. Sydney's eastern suburbs here, let's call it the right nut, huge amount of expendable income, a lot of households on multiple six figures of income, best beaches in the world along here as well. There'll be a lot of up and down traffic, Randwick to Bondi and so on, heading to the beach on the weekend, out for dinner, drinks, or some live music. The left nut here, Sydney's inner west, heavily gentrified, lots of great food, venues, events, music, live shows, loads of back and forth, huge demand and use of transport as a service. Then we have Sydney's central business district right here. A lot of cash, a lot of business trips. Sydney Harbour cutting across the shaft here. We have the Sydney Harbour Bridge, then heading to the North Shore. A lot of trips between Sydney's CBD and the North Shore. In conclusion, inevitably, Tesla robotaxis in many cities and countries around the world coming soon. This is very big. And just finally, in case you guys forgot, with Tesla inevitably on the cusp of launching their robotaxi service rapidly and widely over the next couple of years. General solution, no one else has it, been saying this for literally years, saw it coming a mile away. In April, Tesla stock was about half its current price. Did this make sense? Nothing at all of any substance has changed about Tesla's future in the last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 months. They did launch their robotaxi service in Austin in June, but that was inevitable. We could see the progress of FSD. It wasn't far away. They've since launched in California. We're seeing them testing all over the world. Demo drives of FSD supervised on many different continents, numbers of countries. Saw that coming a mile away. So I don't think anything meaningful actually changed about Tesla's longer term future. So did this make sense? You know, for some reason, Tesla's stock around April in the mid $200 range. I feel like something happened around this point. Nothing at all to do with Tesla though, but... Oh wait, I remember. Silly me. I remember now. This is what happened in April 2025. I published the longest video in the history of this channel, nearly 2 hours, feature-length film worth of rebuttals and responses to Jeremy from Financial Education. I'm sure he's about to get a valuable one, who sold his Tesla stock at exactly $253.97 per share just prior to the initial launch of the Robotaxi service in Austin. Now, I'm no hater here. The guy made a lot of money on Tesla stock, and I wish him well outperforming the company after capital gains tax is factored in with wherever the capital ends up. Meanwhile, I still haven't sold a single share. No regrets. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has been part of my daily health protocol for almost half a decade. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals and helps me fill in nutritional gaps while supporting energy, digestion, and immune function. It also has prebiotics and probiotics to promote gut health. I take my health very seriously, and so should you. Try AG1 today by visiting drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment and enjoy a free welcome kit with vitamin D3 plus K2 and AG1 travel packs. That's drinkag1.com/SMR.